Come on.
Look at Apple, please. Not much change. Up $2 at $112. Yesterday they unveiled a slew of new products, which are going to be arriving in time for Christmas, of course. Michael Gorman is back with us. He's Engadget Editor-in-Chief and a favourite on this programme. All right, Michael, I want you to run through all of these new products one at a time and tell us what you think. The new iPhone. Go.
Okay, so we got two new iPhones. It's similar to what Apple has done in the past. We've got an S variant, so it's still the iPhone 6. It's just the iPhone 6S or the iPhone 6 Plus S. So really, from the outside, the differences are slim. The device is actually just slightly different in size, but it really looks just like an iPhone 6. You've got a new color, so you can get it in rose gold if that tickles your fancy. The real kind of key bits are on the inside. It's got a faster processor. It's got a much better camera both in the back and in the front. The real standout feature, though, is a new screen technology. They're calling it Force Touch and 3D Touch on the phones. It's similar to the Force Touch that they first introduced in the Watch, and you've seen it in MacBook trackpads. And what this allows you to do, basically, is just press harder on the screen, and it gives you some new features and menus that really just allow you to access things on your phone a little bit faster and more efficiently.
Okay. How about the big iPad with that stylus? What do you make of that?
So the iPad itself is called the iPad Pro. It's got a 12.9-inch screen, which is quite a bit larger than previous iPads, the Air or the Mini. So it kind of adds to the top end of the lineup. And because of that size, it's got a little bit more of an enterprise business feel to it. You can run multiple apps at the same time with the new iOS update. Of course, with the stylus, and there's also an attachable keyboard, both of which are sold separately, of course. That kind of gives you finer control over spreadsheets. There were some interesting demos with Microsoft for productivity software. And of course, design pros and artists are really going to get a lot of use out of that stylus, which kind of has a pressure-sensitive tip and allows you to do a lot of interesting things with it because the screen technology and a combination with the stylus, which is called the pencil, allows you to do some very interesting things, kind of similar to what you've been able to do on the Microsoft Surface and also the stylus you see on the Samsung Galaxy Note.
Oh, this is a pretty good run. This is what you do for a living. You're giving a pretty good rundown of this new stuff and letting us understand it. One last one. The new Apple TV. What do you make of it?
So the Apple TV is a big upgrade. The old Apple TV really has been around as hardware for years now. People have been wanting to see an update, and they finally got one. So it's got a faster chip. It's got more memory. The real kind of key bits, though, are there's a new TV OS that runs on it that kind of gives you a new, interesting user interface. It's not terribly different from the old one, but it runs a little bit cleaner. It's got some new features. And, of course, the remote is really the big thing. It's got a touchpad on the remote that makes navigating through menus and applications easier, and it also allows you to talk to the remote, so you can use Siri to navigate your Apple TV, talk to it, search for shows, and one of the key really features that it was long overdue is universal search. So if you look for a movie, it's going to sift through all of your apps, Netflix, Hulu, iTunes, etc., and pull up the movie from any one of those places, and you can just jump in and start watching.
You know, you're good at this, Michael. I know you do it for a living, but you are very good at it, and we really appreciate that. Michael Gorman, everyone. He will be back. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.